तो सिस्टमेटिक और डिसेंसी आपके आंसर में झलकनी चाहिए, दिखना चाहिए सर। सो फॉलो दिस वे ऑफ प्रिपरेशन। तो इसके अंदर के कंटेंट वैसे आप लिख चुके हैं, फिर भी एक बार हम इसको डिस्कस करते हैं। आपके सामने रख रहे हैं सर। ऑथोराइज कैपिटल आएगा, इशूड कैपिटल आएगा, आ सकता है, मींस डिपेंड्स ऑन द इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन इन द सम में जैसी इंफॉर्मेशन होगी वैसे यहाँ पे एंट्री होगी। पेड अप कैपिटल हो सकता है, यहाँ सिर्फ सिंपल सा दिया हो शेयर कैपिटल, तो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड शेयर कैपिटल लिख देना है। इसमें से कुछ जैसे कॉल्स इन एरियर्स हो तो डिडक्ट करना है, और फॉरफिटेड शेयर्स हो तो ऐड करना है। फिर आ जाता है सर रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस, सेकंड हेड आ जाता है इसके बाद। तो रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस के अंदर क्या आता है सर, तो उसका कंटेंट देख लेते हैं सर। एक होता है कैपिटल रिजर्व, दूसरा होता है जनरल रिजर्व। तो वो सारे रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस यहाँ पे दिखाए हैं। रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस में सर क्या आता है सर, कैपिटल रिजर्व, जनरल रिजर्व, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट की क्रेडिट बैलेंस, जो प्रॉफिट हमारा एक्सेस प्रॉफिट है, जो हम पॉजिटिव फिगर एक तरीके से यूँ कह सकते हैं, जो जमा हुआ है उसको यहाँ डाल देना, यहाँ लिखना है, एंट्री करनी है। सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम हो सकते हैं सर, कुछ डिबेंचर रिडेम्पशन फंड्स की भी प्रोविजन हो सकती है, डिविडेंड फ्यूचर में डिक्लेयर करना हो तो उसकी भी प्रोविजन हो सकती है। और अगर लॉस हो गया, मान लीजिए डेबिट बैलेंस आ गया, तो सर वो यहाँ से डिडक्ट कर देना। तो इस तरीके से आपको रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस मिलता है। फिर आएगा लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स। लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स में क्या होता है सर, देख लेते हैं कंटेंट क्या होता है इसके, इसके सब पॉइंट्स क्या है सर। लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स में क्या होता है सर, बॉन्ड्स हो सकते हैं, डिबेंचर्स हो सकते हैं विच आर इशूड बाय द कंपनी, एक तरीके से लायबिलिटी हो गई। टर्म लोन, बैंक में से लोन ली हो, या कोई अदर पार्टी से फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन से लोन ली हो, या कोई डिपॉजिट्स एक्सेप्ट की हो, कस्टम डिपॉजिट्स, पब्लिक डिपॉजिट्स के स्वरूप हो सकते हैं। तो इस तरीके से आपका लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग रेडी होता है। फिर आता है फोर्थ पॉइंट, अदर नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज। अदर नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज में क्या होता है सर, तो अदर नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज में क्या आएगा देख लेते हैं सर कंटेंट एक बार। ये तो सिंपल सा पॉइंट है, ट्रेड पेबल्स आते हैं अंदर। ट्रेड पेबल्स टू बी सेटल्ड आफ्टर 12 मंथ्स, यानी 12 महीने बाद जिसका सेटलमेंट करने की बात हो, यानी साल से ऊपर हो, तो वैसी चीजें यहाँ पे आपने यहाँ लिखनी होती है। चलिए उसके बाद सर आता है लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोविजन। लॉन्ग प्रोविजन फॉर बेनिफिट देना हो एम्प्लॉय को, और वो 12 मंथ से ज्यादा का हो, इट इज मोर देन 12 मंथ्स, तो उसके सेटलमेंट की बात हो सकती है सर, तो उसका भी प्रोविजन किया जा सकता है। इट शुड बी सेटल्ड आफ्टर 12 मंथ्स। तो प्रोविजन फॉर एम्प्लॉयज बेनिफिट, यानी उनके बेनिफिट के लिए कोई रकम का प्रोविजन किया गया हो, जैसे उनके लिए कोई स्पेशल, एक तरीके से इसको स्पेशल प्रोविजन भी कहा जाता है, तो वो स्पेशल प्रोविजन किया तो उसकी भी यहाँ पे डिटेल हम डाल सकते हैं, लिख सकते हैं, एंट्री कर सकते हैं। तो रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट्स कुछ और स्वरूप के, जैसे प्रोविडेंट फंड हो गया, पेंशन फंड हो गया, ग्रेजुइटी की प्रोविजन की हो, कंपनी ने एम्प्लॉयज के बारे में सोचा हो, रिटायरमेंट के लिए सोचा हो, तो वो सारी चीजें यहाँ आएंगी। फिर आता है शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग्स। तो शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग्स देख लेते हैं। शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग्स में क्या क्या आता है सर, लोन्स रीपेबल ऑन डिमांड फ्रॉम बैंक्स, ऑन डिमांड फ्रॉम बैंक्स। हमने बैंक से कुछ लोन लिया हो, शॉर्ट टर्म के लिया हो, तो हमें वो रीपे तो करनी पड़ेगी सर। 1 महीने के लिए लिया हो, 2 महीने, 3 महीने, यानी साल के अंदर की अवधि हो, शॉर्ट टर्म हो, शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन के हो, तो सर वो हमें रीपे करने होंगे। बैंक से ली हो, अदर पार्टी से, यानी थर्ड पार्टी हो सकती है, तो फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन हो सकती है, तो उनको रीपे करना होगा। डिपॉजिट्स हो सकते हैं, अदर लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस भी हो सकते हैं, कोई और स्वरूप के भी लोन्स या एडवांसेस आपने लिए हो कंपनी से, सॉरी बैंक से, तो वो भी आपने रिफंड करने, रीपेबल है। जैसे आपने ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी ली हो और कोई स्वरूप की लोन ली हो, तो सब रीपे कर, शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन वाली, शॉर्ट टर्म में लिखी जाएगी। फिर हम लास्ट, हम यहाँ पे आखिरी लेक्चर में रुके थे, तो यहाँ तक पहुँच जाते हैं सर। इसमें ट्रेड पेबल्स में क्या आएगा सर, क्रेडिटर्स एंड बिल्स पे, दिस मच इज व्हाट वी हैव कवर्ड इन द लास्ट सेशन। तो 7 पॉइंट्स तक हम यहाँ पहुंचे थे इस तरीके से। फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं। पॉइंट नंबर 8 की हेडिंग देनी है आपने, 2 कॉलम फ्रेम कर दो। 8 पॉइंट की हेडिंग क्या होगी सर, अदर करंट लायबिलिटीज, अदर करंट लायबिलिटीज। So in that also you are supposed to frame 2 columns, particulars and numbers. So what type of other current liabilities are there? Let's have its idea. Let's have its components. First one is current maturities of long-term debt. Current maturities of long-term debt, if any is there, then will be recorded over here. Then second liability is interest accrued and due on borrowing but not paid. But not paid. Then the next one is income received in advance. Income received in advance. Then any unpaid dividend is there, will be shown. The company has declared dividend, but still they have not paid the dividend. It is outstanding. Then any other payables will be shown. Any other types of payables are if outstanding, it will be shown as a liability, current liability. Then comes bank overdraft. Bank overdraft will shown over here. Outstanding expenses. Any expenses are remaining to be paid will be shown over here. And calls in advance. An amount that if it is received in advance, maybe as an income or as an calls related with shares issued by the company, will be shown over here. So these are the main contents of the head called other current liabilities. Last one is total. So these are the main contents of point 8. Then comes the next heading, number 9. The heading is short-term provisions. Any other short-term? Fund, pension fund, gratuity. They are considered as long-term provisions. Now we are moving further with short-term provisions. So now let's have short-term provisions. Number 1, any short-term nature of provision made for employees' benefit will be shown. Then any provision related with taxation, means income tax provision or GST provision, may be done by the company in advance. Then any other type of tax, it may be either GST, it may be either DDT, that is dividend distribution tax. As and when the company declares dividend, means company provides dividend on preference shares, on that also they are supposed to pay tax, which is known as dividend distribution tax. So any other types of tax, means all types of tax provisions are covered under this head. Other is provision for equity dividend. Equity dividend provision may be done so that later on company can issue dividend. Provision for preference dividend, in other words it can be also known as proposed dividend. So dividend provisions are shown over here, tax provisions are shown over here, and any other short-term provisions related with employees benefit which is within 1 year will be shown over. So this is what are the contents of point number 9, short-term provisions. Okay, let us move further now. Point number 10. Be ready for point number 10. In case of point number 10, the heading is tangible assets. The heading is tangible assets. Tangible assets heading should be given by you. Moving further, what type of tangible assets are covered? Let us see. Number one is land and building. Fixed assets will be covered. Land and building and machinery. Friends, from note 1 to note 9, we have seen the liability section. Now from note number 10 till note number 20, it has a relation with assets. So now we are starting with the assets headings, tangible assets, first one. So first one is land and building, and then second one is machinery. Then comes furniture and fittings. Then any types of equipments may be known as office equipments. Then the vehicles of the company. Then comes leasehold, any type of leasehold asset if it is acquired by the company. There may be some livestock which are considered as asset. And if any depreciation is there related with any of the assets, then that assets will be covered over. That means that assets depreciation will be deducted from the positive balances. So like this, you are supposed to frame tangible assets, follow almost all types of fixed assets, including one type of stock, is covered as tangible assets. Then the next one is, after tangible assets, the next head is intangible assets, opposite of tangible, intangible assets. So be ready with the two columns, tangible assets. Then after that is next one is intangible assets. So assets headings are starting with types of assets, tangible assets and intangible assets. Almost all fixed types of fixed assets are covered in tangible assets, which can be seen, which can be touched. Such type of assets are called tangible assets, while intangible assets are such assets which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched. So let's have its points, which are so many, and intangible assets are more compared with tangible assets. First one is goodwill, then comes brands, next is copyrights. This all type of assets are not visible. They cannot be touched, they cannot be seen, they cannot be felt. Such type of assets are considered as intangible assets. After trademark, patents, then comes computer. Any type of computer softwares are also considered as the asset for the company if they are having such software as their product. Mining rights, any type of rights are also like copyrights, mining rights, intellectual property rights. Certain rights are also covered under intangible assets. Then there may be some special formula of the company for preparing certain things. So formulas are also considered as assets of the company. Then any model, if it is framed by the company, Normally, in terms of construction, they are framing first model that which type of construction work will be done. So that model has been created over there. They would from there may be any design by the company. Then there will be license related intangible assets maintained by the company. Any franchise is given if by the company. Any special recipes may be there of a particular company. That recipes are also considered as intangible assets. Services and the other rights, services and operating rights are also to covered as intangible assets. So there may be there are many types of intangible assets which are considered as one of the important asset ultimately for the. So like this, any of if points are given in the question, you are supposed to record it in this particular block. So after this, let us move towards the next heading. Next heading, let us give next heading. Non-current assets, into bracket I have written, related with investments. Over here, non-current investment assets are related with investments. So let us have its components. First one is investment in property. Then comes investment in equity instruments. Then after investment in property, investment in equity instruments. Any other company's equity shares if purchased by the company will be shown over here. Any other company's preference shares if it is purchased by the company will be shown under the head non-current assets. You are making investment outside externally. आप किसी और कंपनी के शेयर्स परचेज कर रहे हैं, किसी और कंपनी के गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज परचेज कर रहे हैं, बॉन्ड्स परचेज कर रहे हैं, म्यूचुअल फंड्स परचेज कर रहे हैं, यानी आप इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं एज अ कंपनी आर इन्वेस्टिंग आउटसाइड एक्सटर्नल इन्वेस्टमेंट वो मानी जा करंट एसेट in bonds or any trust securities, investment in bonds or debentures. Then comes investment in mutual funds. किसी कंपनी के म्यूचुअल फंड्स आपने खरीदे हो, किसी पार्टनरशिप फर्म में इन्वेस्टमेंट किया, यानी कोई भी प्रकार का इन्वेस्टमेंट जो लॉन्ग टर्म नेचर का है वो आप यहाँ पे दर्शा सकते हैं. दिस ऑल आर कंसिडर्ड एज अ काइंड ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. इसलिए यहाँ पे आप इसको दर्शा सकते हैं. फाइनल वैल्यूज लास्ट में टोटल. So that is all about non-current assets. Let's move towards now the next head, note number 13. Heading is long-term loans and advances. Long-term loans and advances. Let's see what types of long-term loans and advances are recorded over here. Any capital advances, if it is done by company. किसी और कंपनी को आपने कैपिटल एडवांस दिए हो तो आपकी एसेट मानी जाएगी. आपने दिए हैं उसे लोन. सिक्योरिटीज डिपॉजिट्स, कहीं पे आपने सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट का बेनिफिट लिया हो, मीन्स दिया हो सामने वाले को सिक्योरिटी के. उसके बाद आ जाता है लोन एडवांसेस टू रिलेटेड पार्टीज. कोई और स्वरूप के एडवांसेस हो सकते हैं विच आर ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म, तो वो सब का रिकॉर्ड यहाँ पे दिया जाएगा. So that's all from 13 point, long-term loans and advances. Then comes the next one is other other non-current assets. Technically, they are known as fictitious assets. Under that, we will try to cover following points. Let us see what type of fictitious assets are covered in this head. Discount or loss on issue of debentures. Discount on issue of debentures. Adjustments. Means two companies, if they are merging with each other, then if there is any amalgamation adjustments like purchase consideration or whatever the amounts that are required to be adjusted, may be positive, maybe negative, will be recorded over here. Then comes advertisement suspense account. Any long-term trade receivables. Discount on issue of shares. Preliminary expenses. Add one more. Advertisement. That is covered. It comes under advertisement suspense account. Not over here. It is covered advertisement. Okay, so this much is the main content of this particular note. So all these are fictitious assets. In other words, they are not real assets. They are considered as unreal assets and are required to be shown as an asset, as fictitious assets. After that, the next heading is point number 15, current investments. Current investments. Let's see what type of current investments are. This investment, same headings what we have written in previous note number 12. These are considered as long-term investments, while right now what you are writing over here, recording over here, are considered as short-term investments. Similar, same to same notes are there, same to same points are there, but that are in note number 12 that are long, and in note number 15 these are considered as short-term investments. So you can just have copy paste from note number 12. All the points are equal. Investment in equity instruments, investment in preference shares, investment in governments or trust securities, investment in bonds or debentures, investment in mutual fund, investment in partnership form. So it is almost similar. Then comes the next heading, that is inventories. Inventories. In other words, you can understand it as a stock. But inventory is a vast heading. Inventories includes the following. Stock is just stock, but in inventories, stock is also included. So let's see what type of inventories are there. First one is raw material. First one is raw material. Then comes finished goods. Finished goods. Then the goods may be in process. The stock may be in process, which is considered as work in progress. Then comes the next one, stock in trade. Stock in trade. Store and spares. Any is kept, or any spare parts may be there, they are also considered as inventories. Depends on the nature of the business. There may be certain loose tools depending on the nature of the business, may be maintained by the company. So these are the components of inventories: raw materials, finished goods, work in progress, stock in trade, store and spares, and loose tools. Next one, number 17, trade receivables. Trade receivables. Like we were having in liability trade payables, in case of assets, we will have trade receivables. In trade receivables, from where we are going to receive the amount, sir, from our customers, they are known as debtors. They are known as debtors. If there is any provision made related with bad debts, that will be deducted from the amount of debtors. So such reserves which are related with debtors are considered as bad debt reserves, or provision for doubtful debts, the other name, will be deducted from debtors. And bills receivables. Like in trade payables, there were creditors and bills payable. In trade receivables, there are debtors and bills receivables. So these are the two main points in case of trade receivables. Then the next point is related with cash. Cash and cash equivalents. Now, what are the points covered in cash and cash equivalents? Let's have. It is related with the liquid assets. Means cash which are lying with the company. It may be a real cash. It may be balance available in the bank, that is called bank balance. It may be check on hand. Various checks are there which are issued by the parties to the company. Checks on hand may be draft issued outsider at on hand, and ultimately the real balance called cash balance. All these four components are considered as cash, or it may be cash equivalents. हम इनको कैश में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं इजीली, कैश ही माना जाता है इन लोगों को. It is near cash ultimately. So this will be covered over here and the total will be taken. Then comes point number 19, short-term loans and advances. Short-term loans and advances बहुत ही सरल है, सबसे इजी, एक ही चीज की यहाँ पे डिस्क्रिप्शन दी गई है. लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस टू रिलेटेड पार्टीज. शॉर्ट टर्म नेचर का कोई भी लोन दिया हो तो वो उसकी एंट्री यहाँ पे आएगी. आउटसाइडर्स को हम शॉर्ट टर्म लोन दिए, कंपनी हो सकती है, थर्ड पार्टी हो सकती है, तो यहाँ पे उसकी एंट्री. और आखिर में आएगा सर, आखिरी पॉइंट पे चलते हैं सर, लास्ट पॉइंट, अदर करंट एसेट्स. अदर करंट एसेट्स हेडिंग होगी, और अदर करंट एसेट्स में क्या होगा सर, कोई भी एक्सपेंसेस हमने एडवांस में पे कर दिया हो. If any expenses are paid by us, which is technically known as prepaid expenses, or any other nature of current assets which are not covered under